guys, it's Narelle here, and welcome back to a new video. This video is going to be my manga collection of 2017. I originally did record all of this, but my manga collection grew, and it's got to a point where it's at a standstill, so I'm just going to re-record it, and hopefully I won't grow it anytime soon. So I'm going to start off with my yaoi, because I have less of that and more of shoujo. So yes, so I'm starting off with Hidoku Shinaide. If you guys don't know, this was recently released over here, so these books are still kind of new. So I own the, what are these called? Oh, the omnibus version of volumes 1 and 2. So here's the front, here's the back. I own the omnibus version of 3 and 4. And I own Hidoku Shinaide Plus, which is basically all the side stories that were featured in the original manga. So that is all for Hidoku Shinaide. Alright, so next is Love Stage. So I own book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, and book 6. And for Love Stage and Hidoku Shinaide, the new releases of the mangas are coming out next month. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. So next I have a manhwa called Not So Bad. Actually, I bought the first volume from a girl on YouTube because I'm like, it looks interesting, and I really liked it. So again, I bought this one from her. So this is volume 1. And this one is volume 2, and I actually bought this one myself. So, So, yeah, so that's it for Not So Bad. It's only 2 books, so if you want a quick manhwa to read, and that is really good, read Not So Bad. Alright, so next I have Totally Captivated. I actually own the entire series besides One DJ. So, yes. So, I don't know why this is backwards, but I own book 6. I recently got this one this year, so I have completed my collection. So, this is book 6. Here's book 5. Here's book 4. Here's book 3. Here's book 2. And here's book 1. And Totally Captivated is actually a really old yaoi, and I think some of the books are not really made anymore, so I will try to link this with all the other books in my description box below if you guys can still get it, because I got volume 1 through 4 when Right Stuff was having a half off all yaoi deal. So every one of these books were half off, so I got them for really cheap, and then I went back on Right Stuff and got this one, and I actually got this one on Amazon because Right Stuff did not sell it anymore because they ran out. So next are the 2 DJs out of 3 that I own from Totally Captivated. So here's book 1. These are actually really big, so I'm going to turn these like sideways, and here's the back, and here is the second one, and there is the back. So yep, that is all of my yaoi. I am lying. I also have this book that Mimi gave me. I haven't read it yet. I haven't had time to, but I guess I might as well just introduce this one because this is in my yaoi collection. So that is it for all of my yaoi. So moving on, I'm going to do my shoujo section. And I'm starting off with the series I have the most of, and it is So Cute It Hurts. And it's funny because I'm starting off with number 2 because I didn't buy number 1 when I started collecting the series, so I'm still missing that one. So here is book 2. Here is book 3. Here is book 4. Here is book 5. Here is book 6. Here's book 7. Here's book 8. Moving these out the way. Alright, so here's book 9. Okay, here's book 10. Here's book 11. Here's book 12. Here's book 13. And these 2 books were gifts from Mimi, so thank you, Mimi. And here's book 14, and I just recently got this one last week, so it looks really spanking new. So continuing on is the series of I Ore, which translates to Love Me. So I own book 1, book 2. I really love how these books are designed, by the way. Here's book 4, because I'm only missing book 3. Like, book 3 is, like, sold out everywhere. Here's book 5. I have yet to read this one. I think I've read it. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Here's book 6. Here's book 7. And here is book 8, because book 8 is the last one. Because the mangaka, which is Meiyu Shinjo, she switched to being a yaoi mangaka now. So she doesn't make shoujo anymore. Which I'm sad, because I loved her shoujos so much. So the next series that I actually own is one called High School Debut. I almost said e-butte, and I'm like, Narelle, don't fail on English right now. But I recently just started collecting this one, so I'm like 2 books away of finishing it. So hopefully by the end of the year, I will have all of it, because this is actually one of my very first shoujos I've ever read and got really invested in. And I have a lot of fan art of these 2 characters in my older artwork, so maybe I'll do a video on that, but that's not the point of this video. So I own the omnibus version of books 1 through 3, because the omnibus version of mangas, they're more worth than getting the original volumes, because you get more for your money. So here's volume 1 through 3. Then I just recently got 4, 5, and 6, and I am actually midway. I haven't finished reading this, so I gotta finish it. Even though I've read this entire manga like 20 times, I need to get through this book, and I'm using my bookmarks Sue Chronicle gave me as like a reminder of where I am, but hopefully I'll finish that. And then I own books 7, 8, and 9. And I love how cute they look on this. And then I own book 13, because I got this at the mall actually. So I'm a little further ahead. So yeah. So that is all that I own from High School Debut. So next I have this series called Fall in Love Like a Comic. My sister actually owns this, but she moved out, and I guess she doesn't want them anymore, so I adopted them in my manga collection. So here is book 1, and here is book 2, because this series only has 2 books. So yes, it's actually really hilarious. So if you want a really funny shoujo, I recommend this one. It's really funny. And then I own 2 books from the series called Demon Love Spell, and it's by the same mangaka as this book, Meiyu Shinjo. I freaking love her, guys. She's one of my favorite shoujo mangakas. She's just my favorite mangaka in general. So here's book 1. I actually paid for this one myself, because my sister and her friends went to the mall, so I gave her money for this one, and she just got me this one out of her own accord, and I'm like, you're too sweet. So here is book 2. So that's all I own from that series. And here's book 4 of the series called Medu Puri. I really want to complete this, because I love this series by Matsuri Hino, which is the creator of Vampire Knight. Guys, this is so much better. I love this manga. This only has 4 volumes, so hopefully I can pick up 1 through 3, because they're actually really cheap now. I think they're $6 a book, but oh my god. And this is actually the manga that kind of inspired Neru, because these 2 are brothers, Aram and Jael. Hale. I can't remember how his name is pronounced, but I was really inspired by this manga to do Naru and Neru as brothers. So yes, so I really have love for that. So moving on to this series called The Beastmaster. This is actually by a mangaka. I have another book too, but yeah, so here's volume 1. And guys, we're getting to the end, so I promise you there is no more after these few. But here's volume 2, and this series is only 2 volumes long, so yes. And I got this at the mall. I do not recommend buying manga at malls because they make you pay the book price. So I legit spent $20 on both of these books. Do not buy manga from the mall. Buy them online because it's a lot cheaper. So here's actually a book I got from Walmart. It's not really a manga. I guess it's more so a comic book, but it's called Avalon the Warlock Diaries. And I saw the cover and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so freaking cool. And I think this is the comic version of the actual story because it's an actual novel. So I'm just gonna flip through this so you guys can see how the art is. I freaking love this story. I think I've read it 5 times, and I think this guy, his name is Donovan, I think he is so cute. So I'm gonna flip through this because I just really love this comic. And at the end, they actually do have some art of the characters. If I can flip through it real quick. So hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna hold it like this so you can kind of see it. So here it is. They have like art of all the characters. So there's Emily. Okay, there's Adrian. She's my fave because she's a tsundere, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Here's Kara. She's more of the main character. So, yes. And here is Ozzy. Here's Tweak. Here's my bae. Look at bae. He is my bae. Like, guys, I need to draw fan art. I don't know why I have not drawn fan art of this guy. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And I gotta find the rest of the books because I am interested. And they just have all the pets. And yeah, here's just some art of the characters, and that's it. And here's actually the novel form of the book. So I thought this was really cool. Moving on to The Amazing Agent Luna. I got this at a book fair at my middle school. It was middle school. Yeah, middle school. And this was my first ever manga book. That's why it's so orange tinted and ugly and ripped, and I just went through this book like a maniac. Me and my sister read it like 20 times over. It's not bad, and there's actually a bae in this book as well. Let me see if I can flip to him real quick. Alright, I found him. So here we go. Here we go. There's bae. There is bae. He's gorgeous. So yes, I can't. I legit cannot. And yeah, there is an art section at the end of this as well. So yeah, guys, I really loved this book. And it's sad because I didn't color some parts of it. I shouldn't have done that. That was kind of stupid. And then I was so weeby and wrote Nirel loves anime. Like, why Nirel? But yeah, that's a book. So anyways, here's a book from a series called Orange Planet. Again, I bought it at the mall. I paid $10 for this, and then when I went to write stuff, it was like $7 or $6, so I could have saved a lot of money from this. And then I have the first book of Fruits Basket, and I stopped collecting it because Fruits Basket has like over 100 chapters, guys, and that's a lot of books to collect, so I'll pass on that. Then I have the last book of Beauty Pop, which is an amazing shoujo series. It's basically all about cutting hair, and I freaking love this series, guys. If you have not read it, please go read Beauty Pop. It is so good. And yeah, I got this at No, I actually ordered this off a person from YouTube. That's right. I was like, I got it at a book fair, but I didn't get it at a book fair. So then I have book 6 of Dengeki Daisy, which is by the same person who wrote this book. I don't know if the art styles are similar. It probably is. You can probably tell. But I actually got this at the mall because I was actually at this volume of the series and I wanted to get it so I didn't have to wait for my internet to load the pages, which is a bad idea. Do not buy books because you're at this volume, and I kind of regret it because I only read it once and I'm like and here is volume 9 of Body. Same incident with this one. I was on this volume of this series and I totally regret getting this because I've only read it like twice, guys. Like, I legit can't. And then here's a sad book. It's called Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is a very popular series. Just it's very popular, so hopefully I pronounced that right for all the Evangelion fans. But anyways, I found this really boring. I really like the cover. I bought it at a book fair for the cover alone, and I regret it because I only read it once and I kind of made myself read it again, and I'm just not into this series, guys. It's just so boring. Even though I think he is gorgeous, I freaking love him, but I'm just not into the series, guys. I tried and then I failed. So next I have book 2 of the manga series and anime, Black Cat. Let me tell you guys, Black Cat is my favorite Shonen Jump series I have ever read. I love this series. If you have never read Black Cat, stop my video and go read the manga or go watch the anime. Manga is better, even though I have but even though I haven't watched the anime, this is the stuff. I love it. And I got this for free from the guy who I got Beauty Pop from. He sent this as a free gift. And I'm like, Lord, you have blessed me. Because I freaking love Black Cat. It's so good. And Train Hartnett is like my first husband I've ever seen in my life. And his thighs give me days. I love his thick thighs. I live for Train. Anyways, go read it. It's so good. Alright, so next is the series you probably already know I had, which is Naruto. And again, I didn't collect this. I did not collect every single Naruto volume. I got it every time I went to Walmart, besides this one. So you can tell how many times I went to Walmart to grab Naruto, which is not really many. But anyways, here's volume 43. Which is actually my favorite cover. I actually drew this cover when I was really mad at my friends because drawing gets me out of my madness, guys. Here's volume 42. Here's volume 39. Here is volume 6. I actually did a manga trade with one of my best friends, and she gave me this, and I'm actually really excited because I'd never owned an original Naruto manga. I only have Shippuden, so I'm like, yes, 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 freaking yes. And here is volume 53, which is my favorite cover ever because Minato and Kushina are just, they're OTP, guys. Here's volume 49, and I freaking love her. The Mizukage is my favorite Kage. I freaking love her. She's bae. And then here is 46. So yes, so that is it for my shonen. And I kind of lied to you guys because I do have more yaoi to share. And it's actually the cringiest yaoi you could ever watch or read in your lifetime. And it's called Gravitation. I actually was streaming. This is how funny it was. And I asked my people that were there if they've seen Gravitation. They're just like, oh my gosh, Nyrell, don't bring that name up. And I'm just like, yes, I can relate. But Gravitation, Gravitation. And I actually have a really funny story with Gravitation. Hopefully this doesn't kill my video. But this was actually the first yaoi I've ever seen, because my sister's best friend actually tried to get us into yaoi, and I'm still friends with him now. So yes, he's the one that gives me a lot of art supplies. But anyways, he actually tried to get us in yaoi, and he gave us Gravitation to watch, and then he gave us a CD of a yaoi called Yaturnizi. I cannot remember how you pronounce it. Anyways, so me and my sister saw Gravitation. It was actually really cute. We thought it was, we loved it, and I loved the ending song. Oh, the ending song gives me life. But anyways, now that I think about it, I'm like, that's one of the cringiest yaois I've ever seen, and now I own the full set because he didn't want the books anymore. So anyways, here is volume 5. I don't know why I have these backwards, but here's volume 5. Here is volume 4. Here is volume 3. Here is volume 2. Here is volume 1. I'm going to slide this over so I can get all the other books out. Again, going backwards, here is volume 12. Here is volume 11. And he looks like Frau from 07 Ghost. Doesn't he look like him? Tell me if you think so below. And Frau is my bae too. I freaking love Frau. Anyways, here is number 10. Here is number 11. Here's number 8. Why did I get these wrong? This is number 8. This is number 9. And that was number 10. So 8. Here's 7. And then here is 6. So there's in total 12 books of Gravitation. So yeah, that is it, guys, for my manga collection of 2017. As you can see, my bin is like really empty. But anyways, I forgot to say this. I am no way trying to show off my collection in any way, shape, or form. I'm just here to show what I own. And if you guys own any of the same books, let me know, because I would like to know if we share any mangas together. But yeah, I'm not here to show off, guys. My collection kind of started when I was 12, and I rarely had any money to actually afford manga. Like legit, I was happy when I actually got this manga. If I can get it again. When I first got this manga, guys, I prized it. It was my first ever manga I could buy that was $10, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I own one manga book, and I loved it. So it's not that I'm showing it off just to show, oh, I got a lot of manga. It's just that manga really does mean a lot to me, and it took me forever to get my collection to be this big. So guys, if you save your money, go ham at Christmas, go ham at your birthdays, you're gonna get your collection to grow like this. And plus, I had a job, so I could buy this stuff. But anyways, just save up your money, guys, because I know how expensive anime and manga could be to buy. But again, if you save your money, it'll all be worth it in the end, which is actually my Skype status thing. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and give this a like, comment, share if you want your friends to see my manga collection. And that'll be it. So I will see you actually on another Saturday with my anime collection, because my anime collection kind of is at a standstill as well. So yeah, so bye guys.